Welcome to another video. This is yours truly. In this video, I want to talk about why people go from good and decent to bad. Why come they become what they are, and why come they regret what they become. Hope I'm making some sense into this video. So I'm going to try my best to talk about why people just turn bad. Okay, it's like this. Okay, I live in the state of Texas. Gaslighting is very, very nasty here, and it is. And it's tied into people reading your body language and assuming that you are something that they think you are, but you're not. Here's like this. You're in a room with two Texas police officers. Okay, you're upset because you paid a lot of money for tags on your car, and you go down to the DMV to get a driver's license, and you moved from another state, and you're complaining about like you're explaining why the DMV won't give you a professional motor vehicle license. I mean, that's just a name. That's just a unique name for a driver's license. I mean, other states in America say this, and countries overseas say that. Some countries overseas identify a driver's license as a professional motor vehicle license. Okay, yeah, you complain in the DMV to two police officers, and you complain and saying that, I spent way too much money to pay for tags for my car, and I go here to the DMV to get a driver's license, and I'm denied because I gotta show my passport and birth certificate in order to get a driver's license. But illegal aliens, people from Mexico, come here, and they don't have to show their birth certificate, and they don't have to show a passport and all this documentation to get a driver's license. I mean, they just come here and just get it easy. But me as an American citizen, I have to show my birth certificate and my passport to get a driver's license. And you complain about this, and these two police officers accuse you of getting upset, and not getting upset, but they accuse you of raising your voice, causing trouble, causing mayhem and mischief, and you just complaining about what you're going through. And they view you as a potential they view you as a potential threat, a person who's causing a lot of noise and just bothering people through disorderly conduct, and they're going to arrest you for it. And that's not right. I mean, and I remember this happened to me. I mean, in a video that I did about some people who I went to school with. Okay, there was this Mexican guy who lives in Houston, Texas now. I went to school with him, and he picked on me by asking me a question about something. I don't remember what he said to pick on me and make me look like a fool. Okay, I found him on Facebook, and I brought this up to him, and I had a video posted on my Facebook talking about people who I went to school with, and I have him I asked him to watch this video, and he asked me this topic what. So basically, he wanted me to say a topic about this video. I said this to him. Just watch the video, genius. You have to be smart. You have to be a genius to watch this video. And he said this. Richard, I don't appreciate you talking to me in this tone. I don't mind reconnecting with old classmates, but I don't appreciate you talking to me in that tone. Now I remember I said something, and he just simply said this after I responded to him. Have a nice day, click. Okay, I'll go all full on Winston Wu on this guy and tell him like the society that I'm in just makes me act this way, and I'm upset about it, and I call him out for what he is, and saying that don't forget who you are, and he was like talking like he was white, and like he was white, and like he just got away from what he is, and he just exploded and brought up the fact that I don't know why you had these feelings for me, and what I did to you in school, I'm sorry for it. And don't confuse me with my upbringing. If you want, you can send me a brief summary on your video. Otherwise, I'm not gonna watch a 45-minute video that I assume of you ranting and raving like you did in your comment / message to me. And I think what else he said. He said, "Good day, and please leave me alone." And I defended myself. I said, what I said, I was just upset, and if you won't feel this way, that's fine. I'm a nice guy, and he just accused me of being upset and attacking him. Then I went to comment on him again and again and again. He blocked me on Facebook. And I think I did the same thing to a woman who I went to school with, and she like fixed their Facebook page where you can't add her on as a friend and contact her. And when I went and left her a message, she did something weird to get rid of my message. And I went to talk to her daughter on her Facebook page, and she did the exact same thing. So if I do this again to both of these people, they're going to do the exact same thing again. I think it's the fact that, people in America are just paranoid. They're toxic. They're loop-sided, and they think everything is bad and everything is good. They see someone who loses it and complains and goes crazy and, I think use a lot of profanity language. They just, kick this person to the curb and don't want to have anything to do with them. But, if they come up to them in real life trying to talk to them, they might call the police, and the police will come and arrest that person for disturbing them or harassing them, or they go and just put a restraining order against that person. And so, yeah, and also, I watched some video from a YouTube channel, which is a YouTube channel from CNBC, and it talked about why the birth rate here in America is so low. And they were talking about millennials and are not getting married, and you got an aging population that's growing. They talk about all the statistics and what will be like in the future. But there's one thing they haven't mentioned. It's the women here in America. The women here in America are picky, toxic, selfish, narcissistic. You know, they like bad boys and assholes, and they don't like the quiet, shy guy. The quiet, shy guy, or the guy with a disability, a nerd, someone who isn't irresistible to these women. You know, guys like that blow up and go on YouTube, on their YouTube channels, and make videos about making a rebuttal and planning a mass shooting. Hence, Elliot Rodger. Yeah, those guys that go on mass shootings and shoot and kill people, turn a gun on themselves and shoot and kill themselves, and get shot and killed by police. Yeah, and those those guys are alone, and they want someone in their lives. They want to have children with these women, but these women won't give them a time in the day. They just turn them down, you know, because of their looks, and they're socially awkward, stuff like that. And these guys go to see mental health professions, shrinks, and psychiatrists for their problems, and they go to these people, and their problems are never solved. Their problems are still there, and they're never solved. And they just get worse and worse and worse and worse. And these people who make them see these mental health professions and these shrinks and psychiatrists, I mean, they're not problem solvers. They're problem creators, and they just make the problem even worse. I want to ask you guys this. Okay, an old man and his wife, an elderly couple, man and wife, elderly, see their 50-something-year-old daughter being a compulsive hoarder. Instead of going up and confronting their daughter about their problem of them being a compulsive hoarder, and just like buy stuff and just fill up the house with junk and just make the house a mess. They sit back and expect their daughter to come out and admit their problem. But here's the thing, they're not going to admit their problem. They're just going to just go and just make things even worse and worse and worse and worse. And they won't stop that person and say what they're doing, and take them to see a mental health profession. No, they got to go out and admit that they have a problem. And the elderly parents, don't say a word. They don't say nothing. Zip, zero, nada. Sit back and just let them come out and admit their problem, which they're not going to admit. I mean, they're just sitting back and the elderly parents are just going to just make things even worse and worse and worse and worse. To other family members, like get bit by a snake, or get stung by a wasp, or get bitten by a spider, or and die from all these bites from all these bites from these insects and reptiles and whatnot. I mean, they're just making the problem worse. I mean, bad water, like dirty, polluted water, like germs, bacteria, COVID-19 flirting around because of the filth from these hoarders. They just sit back and expect them to come out and admit their problems to them. Then they go have them see a shrink or a mental health profession. But if someone with a disability who just loses it and go crazy and act weird, they force that person immediately to see a mental health profession or shrinks and psychiatrists. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy and it makes no sense. And on top of all this, I mean, you got these bullies, these people who picked on you in school. They're all grown up and somehow they're all goody two shoes now. And you go and talk about what they did and you forgive them, and they go and assume that you're coming at them and obsessing with what they did to you and thinking that you're dangerous and you're a lunatic. You tell them you forgot all about it. I mean, I forgot all about this. I mean, I moved on. And they assume that you are obsessing with what they did to you in the past. They're obsessing with what you did in the past, and they think you won't let it go, and they view you as someone with a problem. And on top of all that, they read your body language and assume that there's something wrong with you. You know you're not flipping out and going nuts, and you're just acting normal. And they just view your body language and assume that there's something wrong with you. You have an obsession with them. You're dangerous. You're gonna do them harm, and call the police. He's dangerous. There's something wrong with him. Yeah, they call the police. The police will come up. A police officer will get out of his car, pull out his gun, shoot and kill the person because they think that person is dangerous. Shoot and kill them. Their bodies laying in the middle of the parking lot, or car park, as the Brits in Britain like to call a parking lot. Yeah. It's like, it's, I'm not trying to laugh. I'm just like, you know, and all, all that bullying, being picked on, people in society accuse you of being something that you're not. Oh, you're acting weird. You're acting strange. Oh, you're dangerous. They read your body language and assuming that you're bad. You're something wrong with you. You got a problem. You have an obsession with something. And the reality is you're not. I mean, these people don't know who's dangerous and who's not dangerous. They don't know who has an obsession, who doesn't have an obsession. They don't have a clue. They're just psychotic, crazy, and they're just psychotic, far gone and out there. I mean, and what makes me sick about this country, what makes me sick about things is you got these gaslighters. These people who come out and do all this gaslighting. They gaslight you. Yeah, you look at them and you see that there's something wrong with them. You see what they're doing, you calling them out for what they're doing. And they do all this gaslighting to make you question yourself, your sanity, and to make you think that you're bad, you're the problem, there's something wrong with you, you got a problem. But in reality, you don't have a problem. It's the person who's doing all this gaslighting, who is acting like a complete lunatic. They're accusing you of being something that you're not. I mean, they're the ones who have the problem because, they're gaslighting you, and they are. I've been gaslighted by people in the past, and I have. And coming from someone who lives in Texas, gaslighting is just over the top here. I mean, if you go to cities like Houston, Texas, it's even worse. Gaslighting is even worse in that town. It's even worse in Houston, Texas. I mean, the people are insane there. I mean, someone will hit you. Someone will hit you on a freeway or on the city streets and lie on you and accuse you of you starting you being the cause of the car accident. But in reality, it's the person who caused a car accident, and the person who caused a car accident will unite with these corrupt police officers, these corrupt Houston police officers, or any police officer in Houston, Texas, or Harrison County for that matter. They'll unite with the person who's the cause of the accident to make you out as the person who is the cause of the accident. I mean, the person who's innocent, who didn't cause the accident, will be accused of causing the accident, and the person who caused the accident will be made as innocent and walk out scot-free while you get punished and while you get arrested and punished for it. Then if you complain about it, then they'll act like, oh, you need to calm down now. You need to calm down. You're making a scene. You're ranting and raving. I mean, you need to calm down. You need to calm down. Yeah, it's disgusting. I mean, and this goes on all over America. I mean, everything I talked about in this video goes on all over America, and it does. I mean, that is why you got single, lonely men. That's why you got. That's why you got single, lonely men who just get beat up by the toxic society here in America that drives them to lose it and go out and hurt people and choke out people, put both their hands on the necks of people and choke them out and just lose it and hurt people and go on mass shootings and shoot and kill people and go crazy and go wild and crazy, and they're automatically a criminal and they get put down by the police, arrested, or get shot and killed by police. And America will never admit that they are the cause of people losing it and going mass shootings and feel sad and miserable inside. This country will never admit it. It's like people like me who talk about stuff like this is considered a nutcase, a wacko. So if I don't talk about this and I'm just brain dead and just clueless and just be like everybody else, I'm normal. But if I talk about stuff like this that I talked about in this video, I'm labeled as a nutcase and a lunatic. You know what? I just don't care. I really don't care anymore. I just come to a conclusion that I just don't care what other people think. I mean, people can think whatever they want to think about me. I mean, they can believe what they want to believe about. They can believe what they want to believe. But at the end of the day, I'm right, they're wrong. And that's a fact. That's fact. That's reality. That's the truth. No fake news here. No fakeness here. No BS. Yeah. So, if it's like this, if you're a person in a toxic society like America, you get torn down, you get turning into a mass shooter or going and attacking people. And this society just makes you be this way. But if you don't do any of this stuff, you go and try to defend yourself to these people. You try to be civil and cordial to these people, and speak the truth about them and speak the truth about yourself and why you lash out at them. They just label you as, saying that, oh, you're obsessed with what you did to me in school. You're obsessed with what I did to you a long time ago. And I'm not going to watch a video on your Facebook page while I assume that you are ranting and raving like you did in your Facebook message to me. And you try to talk to them on your Facebook page or Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, whatnot, they block you. They block you because, they don't have a clue, and they don't have a clue, and they're just brainwashed and brain dead here in American society. Americans here in the United States just don't understand each other anymore. They don't, back in the 1980s they did, and America was a very happy, friendly society back then because, people understood each other and people knew a scumbag from a good person. But now this society has just morphed. Now this society just morphed into just a trashy, dirty, disgusting, psychotic, loose, far gone, zombified, brain dead, drooling pinhead, paranoid, narcissistic, toxic, loop sided, everything's upside down society now. Yeah, I mean, everybody looks at each other as a potential threat. Everybody's dangerous. Everybody's a threat. And the only people you can talk to in America is like fucking like wild animals, squirrels, deer, raccoons, or even talk to yourself. If you talk to yourself, people gonna think you're crazy. And here in America, someone can just lose everything and end up homeless on the streets. Nobody in America gives a damn about you if you end up like that. Nobody gives a damn about people living on the streets, homeless, and under freeway overpasses in big cities all over America. I mean, nobody cares. Nobody cares. It's like this. Just blame yourself. Blame yourself for all your problems and blame yourself. You did this to yourself. Blame yourself. No one did this to you but yourself. Blame yourself. It's your fault. Blame no one but yourself. And you got these religious people who just don't have a clue. They just look at these people who live on the streets and they say this to you. You should be blessed that you have a home to go to and have food on the table for yourself. And you deny them and deny what they say. You speak the truth, and they just don't want to hear it, and they just won't want to just go by what they say as the truth. Yeah, but you got some religious people who have a brain, like Professor Cornel West. He's very progressive, and he believes in helping everybody in America. Everybody. He's not getting on his knees and praying and asking God to make Bernie Sanders president. He gets up and fights for it. And he kind of thinks like me and Winston Wu a little bit. So yeah, and it is what it is. I hate to say it, but that's American society as a whole. I mean, yeah. So that's all I gotta say in this video. Um, and I hope my friend Captain Brandon Horror Lover stop being depressed and just feel good about himself. Just be immune to everything like me. Don't let nothing bother you. Because what you're going through here in America is just pure BS. It's just pure gaslighting, delusional bullshit. That's all it is. And it's kind of messed up that in a country where a parent can put their disabled son or daughter on disability, never teach them a thing, never teach them how to use a checkbook or do financial stuff and paying bills slash land slash property taxes. They'll never teach them stuff like that because they're afraid that they won't understand, and they'll just like use a debit card or a checkbook and just keep using them, and don't worry about being busted for writing out hot checks, or don't care about the limit on their debit card, and they just keep using them, and just going crazy with their money as they want to view it as, and afraid to transfer all this responsibility over to them. All you need to do is educate these people. That's it. They have a learning disability. They're dyslexic. I mean, it's no big deal. But denying them all this knowledge because of what they are is just a cop out. That's all it is. It's a cop out. It's paranoia. That's all it is. Yeah, just keep them on disability for the rest of their life. Just do everything for them for the rest of their lives. I kind of find that kind of weird and strange. You know, that happens a lot here in Texas and probably happens all over America. Oh yeah, before I end this video, um, stuff that I said, stuff that I said in this video, it happens in a country just north of the United States, Canada. I mean, Canadians are pretty messed up as well. Gaslighting. I got gaslighted by some Canadians, um, picked on, made fun of, stabbed in the back. Yeah, it happened to me. Those people are just garbage. Just like people here in America who are far gone, they're garbage. They're garbage as well. You know what? I just don't care about any of these countries anymore. I don't care about these two countries here in North America, USA and USA Light, USA and Diet USA. I just don't care about those countries. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I've seen it like Canada is USA Light and Diet USA. I mean, both are shitty countries, both are former British colonies of the British Empire. Yeah. I just can't. I don't want to say this. I'm gonna say this. I just can't imagine if America stayed on as the 13 British colonies on the east coast of the East Atlantic coast of North America, and just morph into an entirely different country and just fuse with Canada. It would be the most shittiest anglophone country in North America. It would be a shitty country, and Me and my friend from Mississauga and those shitty Canadians and the shitty Americans, like we all will be living in the same shitty country. This country would be shit. I don't know what it would be called, but it would be shit. A country with Queen Elizabeth II as his monarch, and a parliamentary system modeled after the Parliament at Westminster in London. Yeah, I mean the gaslighting, all the crappiness, all the crap that I'm experiencing right now will be even worse. I don't know. I mean, it'll be like I don't know, this alternate country here in North America. I don't know. It'll probably be like I don't know. It'd probably be like it'd probably be like Australia, New Zealand, the UK, Canada, and the United States all rolled into one. I don't know. I don't know what it would be like. I mean, this is just a thought. I mean, any of you hardcore American patriots come and bash me over this, I mean, I'm going to delete your comment. It's just a thought, okay? You know, a lot of these hardcore American patriots, and one of them like did some gaslighting to me on a video that I did on them. Like they just love to tear you. It's like this is like they love to tear you down and make you feel miserable. And like and they just go crazy over something that's nothing. Like why just say like it doesn't matter? Like it's nothing. No one cares. I mean, no one cares. I mean, it's like, these hardcore American patriots who are bullies, who are assholes, who like to whip out their dicks and jack off and masturbate to bald egos and a piece of paper created by a bunch of dead men, hence the U.S. Constitution, and talk about and freedom and full freedom. They just like they just scream and shout as they masturbate to all of this. Yeah. Yeah. Those people are just far gone and crazy. I mean, and they don't have a clue, and they don't care to know that the US Constitution doesn't match up to what America is today. So I'm going to give a big fuck you to all these hardcore American patriots, a big fuck you to all these toxic, fucked up people in Canada and here in the US. So a big, gigantic middle finger to all these people. And a big middle finger to those British people and people in other countries who say America is great and don't care how bad America is. So, that's all I gotta say in this video. Bye.